Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm back here again with another video today. Again, doing 2 uploads like pretty much every day, unless I miss a day, of course, which does happen. It tends to happen like yesterday, of course. But anyway, we have the Raw review for the 27th edition of Monday Night Raw, 27th of May edition, I should say, of Raw. We're going to review it today as quick as we can. Of course, we don't want to go over that 10-minute mark with these videos. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the Q&A video a couple of hours ago. I actually had some good questions in there, and I went over it, and I'm actually pretty pleased with how it turned out. I'll be doing more of those in the future. But let's get stuck straight into business here and Monday Night Raw, and let's review how things went. So John Cena opened the show after a video package was shown for Memorial Day, and John Cena renegotiated with Ryback. And what Cena wanted was a match at Payback, except this time 3 stages of hell. The first stage being a lumberjack match, the second being a tables match, and the third being that same old ambulance match that was originally planned for the 2. Ryback then came out and had one of his worst promos in a long time, which is strange after he delivered his best last week. Thankfully though, Paul Heyman came out literally seconds after Ryback walked out and saved the opening to Raw. He introduced his newest client again, Curtis Axel. Eventually, this face-off from the ramp to the ring resulted in Cena accepting Paul Heyman's challenge to have John Cena go one-on-one with his newest client in Curtis Axel, and that would be tonight's main event. But let's move on to topic number 2 here from Raw. So straight after that, Alberto Del Rio would go one-on-one with Big E Langston. That is obviously Dolph Ziggler's heavy. AJ Lee, Ziggler's girlfriend, obviously, took off the turnbuckle pad, and it backfired as Big E was sent flying into it, allowing Alberto Del Rio to pick up the win via a roll-up. After the match, there was a mini argument between the two, that is Big E and AJ Lee, but nothing serious. Perhaps starting something there. I guess this kind of ties in with Caitlyn's secret admirer. Could it be Big E Langston perhaps leaving the two, AJ and Dolph Ziggler, which I would actually like to see happen. Moving on, then we had Kofi Kingston receiving his rematch for the United States title against Dean Ambrose. Of course, on Friday Night SmackDown, he already had his rematch, but the Shield got involved and nothing happened. The match ended when, on the apron on the outside, Dean Ambrose swept Kofi Kingston's legs from underneath him, making Kofi go headfirst into the steel steps. And he might have really hit his head on there, because then they ended the match straight away, instantly after, when Dean Ambrose rolled him into the ring and hit the headlock driver for the 3 count. So perhaps Kofi was really concussed slightly there, and because, I don't know, it's too hard to tell. I certainly think he might have been, because the match ended straight away. Moving on then, the other 2 members of the Shield came out, set for their tag team titles match, and then of course Team Hell No also came out ready for the title match itself. In another classic between the 2, or should I say between the 4, it was the same ending when Daniel Bryan and Kane had a small argument, when Kane told Daniel Bryan to get back to his corner, but Bryan did not go, and tried hitting Roman Reigns on the outside with a knee, but he got caught with a spear. Kane was sidetracked and Rollins hit the diving knee trembler to pick up the win. Daniel Bryan needs a world title push. I can't stress that enough. Daniel Bryan needs a world title push. The wrestling he produced in that match was one of the best matches I've seen him produce in a long, long time. He hit a German suplex to perfection. He flipped Seth Rollins. It was, I don't know, the match was just brilliant. And Daniel Bryan needs a world title push. Needs to get away from Kane. Kane needs to go away for a while and come back with a scary mask. Back to the old mask return. Then we were given an update on Triple H, who is set to be good to go midweek and will perhaps join us on Monday Night Raw next week. So, small update there from Michael Cole. Should be an interesting one at that next week when he returns. So again, guys, official. Most likely next Monday, Triple H will be here, or will be on Monday Night Raw to address us, the WWE Universe. Moving on to the moment when the WWE app got its time in the spotlight again. When The Miz was chosen by the fans to be the special guest referee in Wade Barrett's match with Fandango. At the end of the match, Wade Barrett shoved Miz out of the way, so Miz hit him with the skull-crushing finale and let Fandango cover him, in which Fandango won the match. But after the match, Fandango taunted with Summer Rae in that dance position, but The Miz drove his boot straight into Fandango's face, ever so close to Summer Rae's as well. When Fandango fell to the mat, Summer Rae happened to fall along with Fandango as well, and The Miz countered Summer Rae to an unofficial victory over Fandango, rubbing insult into injury. I certainly thought that boot came a little bit too close to comfort for Summer Rae, who was a little bit shell-shocked. I don't think she saw it coming, but anyway, it was a bit risky. That face of hers could have been totally booted out of the way. Anyway, moving on, and I am just honestly going to skip the 6-man tag team match between the 3MB and Tons of Funk, who were teaming with Great Khali. It was just a waste of space on Raw. I guess more or less it was to give Natalya a happy birthday message. It was her birthday, just so you know. So now we move on to what I thought was the best part of Monday Night Raw, Chris Jericho's highlight reel, which returned. And his guest was Paul Heyman. In what was a shocking turn of events, Chris Jericho started questioning Paul Heyman on CM Punk's whereabouts, which just sounds so weird on TV at the moment when with Punk's absence at the moment. And it was just an awkward sense of emotion inside the arena when Punk's name was mentioned. And this was a good thing. Just the way everyone forgot about... I guess no one really forgot about Punk, but just the way his name hasn't been mentioned on Raw in a long time. Eventually shocking us all, Chris Jericho requested a match with Punk for WWE Payback. Paul Heyman eventually accepted on behalf of Punk after Jericho said that he was the best in the world at what he does. So Jericho forcing Heyman pretty much to accept in CM Punk's behalf. So it's set. CM Punk will go one-on-one with Chris Jericho at Payback. Finally, Punk's back. Finally, something interesting. Anyway, let's move on after that big announcement. Randy Orton and Sheamus picked up a tag team victory over Team Rhodes Scholars. Decent match, but an expected ending. Not too much to note on that. Also, guys, I'm not sure. I kind of skipped it, and then I've gone back and watched it now. But there was Bray Wyatt. If you watch NXT, the Wyatt family are a big stable in NXT, and they will be making their debut to the WWE, most likely Raw soon. So look out for that. The Wyatt family, led by Bray Wyatt, formerly Husky Harris. And a lot of people are excited about this because he has the mic skills, he has the gimmick, and arguably the best gimmick ever, perhaps. And he's very good in the ring. So anyway, finally we had the Axel versus Cena match, and actually this was a very, very good match with Axel really showing his talents, and he is starting to become one of my favorites. Also to note, now this is, some people don't know this, but in the crowd, there was a fight. There was a fight in the crowd with 15 police cops, or whichever one you call them, police or cops, and 5 other men in a brawl. The cameras never showed this section at all, which was probably a good thing, because the live crowd reports say that people were being thrown into chairs, cops being beaten up, and all that sort of thing. So not good. Anyway, obviously a lot of people were wondering what the hell was going on when the crowd was turned and cheering and all that. Probably not a good thing to cheer at, with people being thrown into chairs. But anyway, regardless, listen to this. When I say listen to this, Curtis Axel defeated John Cena via countout, but who cares? Axel won, which is what needed to happen to keep him over. Cena got distracted by sirens, and I thought it was Scott Steiner for a second. It didn't even click to me. I forgot about the ambulance whole thing. I'm thinking, no way. But I was obviously wrong. When another ambulance obviously entered the arena, instead, Ryback came from behind after Cena was distracted by the back doors. The referee called for 10, but it wasn't over. Ryback set Cena up to spear him through the LED board again, but Cena sidestepped him, picked him up, went for the AA, but Ryback got out, pushed Cena off the stage, and he ran away backstage. Cena sat there clapping Curtis Axel after Justin Roberts announced that Curtis Axel is the winner, and Axel closes out the show. Very, very good WWE. I was actually pleased with this Raw. The crowd was decent. It was a better crowd than, I guess, a few others. That thing obviously souring the show for the WWE, but I still thought it was good. It kind of made things interesting, what the hell was going on with the whole crowd thing, but not very good. Not good to see a brawl with people being thrown into chairs. I can just imagine what that would have looked like. Apparently the 2 or 5 people were drunk or something, and it all broke loose. So that's it for the Monday Night Raw review, guys, for the 27th of May 2013. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A video earlier. Probably getting back to newsroom episodes now for the next couple of days, perhaps some Let's Talk. Back to the usual schedule. SmackDown on Friday, probably Friday, and I look forward to bringing you that. So we're getting close to the 10-minute mark, guys. I hope you, I've already said I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you hit that like button, because it makes me, again, want to do more in the future. And I'm still awaiting that goddamn microphone. I thought it might come today. According to the tracking thing, it actually is in Australia now, but probably tomorrow. And I guess you'll be able to hear the difference when I bring out a video tomorrow for you guys. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys for a new video in the future. Peace.